Hey y'all, it's Vicky and welcome to another video. This is day one of Vlogmas. Now I'm not going to promise that I'm going to do a video every day. Some days there might be 3 videos. Some days there might be 10. I might be Tim. But I'm just not going to say I'm going to put up one every day. I am going to try to put up a short though every day. So, but anyway, day one of Vlogmas. Of course, I've already went off. Let's cut this engine off. I've already went off and forgot my advent calendar that I was going to do. So I'll have to catch that up. Either tomorrow or sometime. Might do them 5 at a time. I don't know. Anyway, I'll have to catch it up one way or the other. So, hope everyone had a great weekend. Mine was, I don't want to get into it. But anyway, we're going to go on and we're going to talk about that today is December 1st. And it is 32 degrees. This is 2025. And we'll go on from there. All right. First of all, I want to do a shout out today. And I may start doing these more often in this month. Because it is Vlogmas, the month of giving back. Now, I don't know if this will help her or anyone else when I shout them out. But I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, the first person is Brandy Lynn, who is more of a TikToker than anything. But she has expanded herself over to YouTube. And she mostly does short videos. I've never seen her really do a long one. But then again, she may have in the past. But she's been on TikTok most of the time. Now, she first was doing her weight loss journey. She talked about that because she is someone who has had a successful weight loss journey. She's lost over 100 pounds. I'm not sure exactly. But anyway, she's pregnant with twins. She already has another set of twins. So I'm sure she'll be talking about weight loss too as once she has the twins and goes on from there. But anyway, she has since adventured on to Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg. She has lived there all her life, and she will tell you in every video. And I know that it gets old, because I'm thinking, do you have to say it every video? But she does, that she's lived there her whole entire life. And people talk about that she doesn't have a southern accent. Well, some people just don't have it, and they know how to turn it off. I think she knows how to turn it off, is what I think. Anyway, I want to give her a shout out because she had a video, a short, whatever you want to call it, and it talked about the cinnamon bread factory in Sevierville, Tennessee. And this is a little small business that has been there, I think, 7 years, 8 years maybe, who makes something similar to the cinnamon bread you find at Dollywood that everybody says is great. I've never had it, don't know. But nobody loves cinnamon buns more than me. Especially if it's good. I mean, I don't want the old packaged ones. I want really good ones that are made at a bakery. Now, she showed this cinnamon bun, and I'll insert the picture. I'm looking at it right now. And I can tell you right now, if I lived anywhere near this, I would be 300 pounds. There's no doubt in my mind. I would never be able to stay. And I'm just telling you, I wouldn't. Unless it just made me really, really, truly sick. I don't think I could stop eating these. Now, maybe when I get over there, when I go back and I try it, maybe it will be the most awful thing in the world tasting. But I have a feeling it's not going to be. All right, anyway, she shouted them out. She also showed the cinnamon bread that is like Dollywood's. And what happened from there, she shouted them out. I think it was, I don't see a date here, 1 week ago. Okay, 1 week ago today, which is Thanksgiving week. Of course, they were not paying her. I don't even know if they even knew who she was when she went in there and ordered these and showed them. She was in the car with her husband. She showed them when she came out. Now, I have heard Ryan of Adventures Out There talk about this place too, but I've not seen them go in there and show this. They may have, it's just, I haven't seen it. Anyway, what happened from there is it went viral. Now, I'm not saying that she had millions of views. I can't tell how much she had on this. Well, it says 2,400 likes. But anyway, from the viral standpoint is the cinnamon bread factory had so many customers, they ran out. They ran out every day early in the morning. Like this is, I mean, I think this is like, would be like crumble cookies was when it first started. So they ended up having to shut down so they could restock. And they ended up shutting down all weekend so they would be restocked by today. Now, of course, the crowd is going to kind of slow down, so that'll help them. But they're still, I still say, if word continues to spread, this place is going to get big. And it's all thanks to Brandy Lynn. And Cinnamon Bread Factory has said they purposely came out on their TikTok, their Instagram, I believe, or whatever, and thanked her. So anyway, I want to give Brandy Lynn a shout out for doing that. You never know. I mean, she doesn't have, she's got a good following, but I mean, she doesn't have millions of followers. All I'm saying is that she probably does good for where she's at right now on TikTok and other places, but she doesn't have millions. So it doesn't take millions to make a business go viral or make, y'all know from Tim, it doesn't take much. And I'm not trying to say she does much better than Tim ever could. But when Tim's shouting out a business, or I'm shouting out a business, or something along those lines, you just never know. You never know. All right, we're going to move on from that because I could sit here and talk to you all day today because I've not been making videos. And that's what happens is when you don't record, is you have all these things you want to say. Okay, we're going to move on now to Sarasota Tim. A couple things I want to get out, disclaimers, whatever. I don't hate Sarasota Tim. He's not my favorite person. He's not my favorite YouTuber. I do not watch him like I once did, but I do still catch up some. I do keep up, but I keep up most of the time with other people. I have other people that fill me in on what's going on. Of course, one of those is Dinger, and Carl, I think, fills me in sometimes. But I do go over there because I feel like if I'm going to talk about him, I have to give him at least part of a view. Now, I don't ever want to call him any bad names again. And when I say bad names, I mean stuff like garbage. And I don't think I ever have called him that, but if I have, I apologize, because none of us are garbage. We may not be good human beings, but I've heard that term too much here lately, and I just don't like it. Just don't like it. Anyway, and I don't think any of the other channels have ever called him garbage. I don't know. I can't say for sure, but I don't think they have. Anyway, all I'm going to say is that this man is a grifter, and he is hypocrite. He's not what he claims to be. I'm sure there's a name for that, but I can't think of it right now. All right, so he bought the DJI camera, which I have the DJI 3. He bought the 4. And I said I would give him credit if he ended up putting up a video from it. And he did, or he says he did. I think he did. So congratulations, Tim. You're smarter than me. Not really, but you were faster than me. And hey, I get it. YouTube is your livelihood. YouTube is not my livelihood. I do it as I want to do it. So anyway, I'm sure if it was my livelihood, I'd done figured it out. All right. So Tim goes riding on the bike using his wonderful camera. So we're going to talk about also he's using, as an editing software, he said he was using DaVinci Resolve. Okay, DaVinci Resolve is a good editing system. I've looked at it, and he's using the free version. There's nothing wrong with the free version, but he could use iMovie just as well as he could DaVinci Resolve, the free version. So let me read you what it says here about DaVinci Resolve. It's fully functional video editing program with no watermarks and no expiration date. It is ideal for beginners and hobbyists, but has a few limitations compared to the paid studio version. And the paid studio version is, I think, is quite expensive, but you may not. I don't know. I can't say exactly the amount because I've not looked lately. But anyway, it has a maximum output of 4K UHD video instead of up to 32K. And fewer advanced features like certain noise reduction effects and multi-GPU acceleration. Now, Tim has said he has an Apple computer, so he should have the professional version of iMovie. Now, I think he might have to pay for it, so he's not going to pay for it. But I think iMovie would do just exactly what this does. And Apple has another software. I can't think of it off the top of my head. But anyway, all I'm saying is that he could have done almost everything with his phone that I've seen. I did watch this video. So, with his cell phone. So far, I mean, but like I say, he's done more than I have with it. So, that's all I'll say about that. Okay, so he goes riding. Of course, he's talking and his voice is muffled. So, it's the way he's got that mic, I guess. But he's saying the same thing he always says. Gonna go ride. Gonna riding. You know, talks about going down south, which I reckon is the Keys. And then he goes into, you know, just talking about it being warm at Thanksgiving and blah, blah, blah. You know, nothing new. So, I mean, did he spend all that money just to... And the answer is yes, he did. So, that's all I got to say about that. And if you... For some of you that may not like that I talk about Tim, I'm sorry. Or you may think that I'm obsessed with Tim. Go right ahead. Think whatever you want to think. Because you know what? Only I know. Only I know. All right. Now I'll go on and talk about a couple other things. We got a winter weather advisory for tonight. I don't think it's going to amount to anything. Not here. Maybe up there on that mountain over there. It will. But not here. And I'm just surprised. It'll probably be gone. They'll probably lift this advisory by noon today, I think. All right. Now, what else did I have to talk about? Oh, the trial. Now, I know some of you are NASCAR fans. Now, I'm not going to say that I'm no lawyer or anything like that, but I am going to try to stay up to date on this NASCAR trial. This is the trial of NASCAR. Anybody in motorsports, I doubt will ever go through a trial like this. I mean, I first thought it was ridiculous, and I still think in a way it is ridiculous, because, you know, I'm old school. I like the way Bill France Jr. ran things. It's their family business. It was my way or the highway. And they used to say that. I think it was even in one of the racing movies. But over time, we're in a different time of this world that don't always work. The only thing I will say going into this trial, before we see everything, is I don't understand why NASCAR let outsiders in, meaning people outside of the France family or outside of the racing realm, like Steve Phelps. He come from football background. It's not a football. NASCAR is not football. We didn't have the playoffs before him. There's just some things I don't understand why they, and I understand Brian France had a problem and they felt they needed to replace him. Ben Kennedy, the heir apparent, was not old enough yet or felt they had enough experience to put him there. So I don't understand why Lisa Kennedy France could not have come in, or, you know, they could have used people as advisors, but to put someone in charge that has nothing to do with NASCAR, I just don't understand it. Because in the end, it is a family business. And I think that's going to be their big argument is that this is a family business. And whether you like it or not, you got to go back to the 80s, the 90s. I mean, it was great. Now, you can argue now that it's great. But what does it have now? What do we have now that we didn't have back in the 80s and 90s? It's got that stupid playoffs. And some will say the stupid stages. And just little things that people don't like that are true NASCAR, old NASCAR fans. You know, that's where we get to. And then we have the charter system. We didn't have that back in the old days. We just had the owners. They were just called the owners. And if you committed to run every race, then you were going to get some money. Didn't mean that you were going to get millions, but you got money. It was enough to race on. Pay your expenses. Let's put it that way. You depended on sponsors to, come in and help you with the, paying the driver and all that stuff. But it was never to this point of millions of dollars. Well, enter in 2014 the Race Team Alliance. And for those of you that don't know anything about the Race Team Alliance, you need to Google it. I think they'll be brought into it quite a bit. So, that's all I'm going to say about that. Let me know in the comments if you want me to continue talking about it. I may talk about it anyway because it's interesting to me. But anyway, I hope y'all have a great day. And I'll talk to y'all later. And again, happy Vlogmas. Welcome to Vlogmas. Love ya. Bye.